up 9, you made the first basket of the fourth period, and then from there it kind of just fell away. What happened in that patch for you?
Yeah, I think quick reflection is the shots that we got I loved, and I think they're the shots we've been making, and we look tired. And I go through it and think, do we need to rotate a bit freer in the first half when you're managing fouls? And that's kind of what I'm really going to look at, is what could I have controlled better to help keep some fresher legs in that. And we knew they were coming in off no game this week and a week to sit there, so we thought as that thing went on we had to be solid in some key areas. I thought we just had fatigue areas. Look at the turnovers and the points they had off that, and that's a controllable for us. Second chances, when Ty went out, managed or foul trouble, we didn't rebound well enough in that patch. They really got the ascendancy there, and we didn't defend well without fouling tonight, and we knew they were going to come downhill on us, and we had to be great with our verticality and hands out, and I just thought there were too many times where we kind of gifted them a free run on that. So a lot of controllables there, and we just spoke about, you can play well and lose, and I felt like this was the closest we've had to a real playoff environment for a long time, and we didn't quite get our over the line, but that's going to be a great lesson for us as we move forward.
Not that you're happy with a loss, but a split, given the circumstances. I mean, how happy are you sort of coming out of this, even with the WBL tonight?
Yeah, too early to ask. Probably feel better start of next week, but no, we know we're playing the top of the league as well at the moment, and we've been having our lessons and showing pound for pound we can be there. So that's the pleasing thing when you first think about it, but I also think about how much self-harm we did tonight, and didn't close out the first half well with a few sloppy turnovers, some breakdowns in assignments, and then some shot clock errors where we just need to back ourselves more. And I thought missed shots was the first time where we tried to share it too much. I want our guys to back themselves because they're elite talents.
Yeah. Case, it was obviously a tough start for the group, but the last month really you've turned it around. What has been the difference for this group over the last few weeks?
I just think we plan for each other. We understand. Each player on the team has a lot of talent, so we're just trying to figure out. Well, we've been figuring out how to share the ball and get everybody to their shots at the right time and right place. So I think that's just been number one, and then defensively just being able to trust each other on the backside. We're still not all the way there yet, but I think we're building.
What's the key to dusting yourself off from this, Casey? You just get back to the last month or so where you have dominated?
Look at the last month. We've been doing everything that we set out we were going to do in the beginning of the season. This last month been showing who we are as a team, and I don't think that one L is going to disrupt us from continue to be better. I think everybody is hungry. Everybody wants to continue to get better, and that's going to propel us forward.
Casey, 33 points not far in the rearview mirror. Today it was 28. We saw what you could do at Perth and Melbourne. What are you feeling physically and mentally about your back end of this season at Brisbane?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get wins. To be honest, I'm never really worried about my performance. If I go out there and be aggressive, I'm pretty sure that the ball is going to fall. I've been playing basketball for a while, so I kind of understand how to score the ball. So it's just a matter of just getting wins and doing what the team needs in order to get that.
Are you sort of feeling as good as you've ever felt on a basketball court again now?
Yeah, I feel great. Yeah, it's funny because, you guys always ask about the injury, but I've let the injury go a long time ago. So as long as I can continue to put my work in, continue to get on the court and walk off the court, I'm happy.
Justin, you got a lot of usage from your imports and Tyrell over the past few games. When you go into a game like today where Keandre doesn't shoot as well as he has been and Tyrell's in foul trouble, where do you turn and how do you adjust to make sure that you can continue to have consistent offensive production?
Step one will be health. We've got a couple of key guys out, and Bano is really close again, and that's going to be a good add for us. And then it's continuing. We've had guys step up throughout. We've been praising Whitey and Toys kind of last month as well, and they had great opportunity again tonight, and couple shots drop and everyone feels so much better about their performance. So again, to Case's point, this we know we're close, but we also know we're not a finished product, and there's so much growth to go. And as we get more guys back in, then we can handle foul situations a little bit better and not have to stretch minutes as long as we have. So, again, the guys are giving me everything I'm asking of them, and that's what the pleasing part is.
How do you feel Rocco has done this week? NBA scouts in the building, both in Brisbane and tonight. Didn't play that much in that game against the Phoenix, but got a chance tonight. How do you feel like he's handled this week?
Yeah, really well. I thought, he had some key moments again tonight. His second stint, I thought he was starting to impact. And, the one I sit on right now is when the rebounds weren't going our way. Is that a time we should have gone with him again? But, shooting bigs the other night was more the reason why, and Toy was on a pretty good game. So, again, he's impacting winning when he's in there and doing the things that we're asking of him.
Justin, you mentioned Josh. He warmed up and looked really good. When was the decision made not to play him?
Yeah, right before, which is always a fun one as a coach. But at the same time, we want everyone to be able to be at 100% when they're out there, and he's just not. He wasn't quite there. So, I'm hopeful by this time or by the next game that we'll have at least him back, and Deng's not too far away either.
Will they both return on the same night?
No, Deng's more around news, so he's still a little bit off, but progressing a lot better than initially thought on the timeline.
And Jared sooner than later as well?
No, unfortunately, we found out that he needs surgery as well, so his season will be ended, and we'll figure out what we're doing there.
What's going to be the key for you guys moving forward? Justin, is it going to be, you mentioned why you're Tony stepping up. Is that kind of the key thing that you take away from what we need to do to move forward in this competition? You put yourself right in the mix.
Yeah. I genuinely, this is the halfway mark of our season today. We hit our quarter target, and so now we go into this next quarter of the season. And so for us, it's all right, understand the lessons and the growth we've had as a collective, and now what's our level up? And to answer your question, to me, it's at the defensive end. Tonight, we have a really dry last quarter there, but we know we can put enough points on the board against anyone in this league. It's more what are we doing at that end of the floor, and I think that's where our greatest growth will come, and that's what we'll keep working on every single day as we move forward in this season.
Casey, Keandre Cook, okay? Like he copped a basketball in a pretty sensitive area there.
Yeah, I didn't really see it. I just saw him going down a little bit, but anytime you get hit right there, it takes a while to recover, but I'm pretty sure he'd be all right.
Chris Pike.
Yeah, Casey, the last 3 games and then for 3 quarters tonight, everything's been going so well and clicking so impressively, and it felt like tonight's game was on your terms for the first 3 quarters. But at the same time, moving forward, can you learn a lot from this 4th quarter? Can this help you now as you move forward?
Absolutely. First and foremost, a lot of our guys, we should have backed himself a little bit more, including myself, especially at the end. So, I take a lot of ownership of this, the end part of the game. But I think anytime, you control the game as we did and take a L, it's a lot of lessons to be learned. So we're going to break the film down, get back to it tomorrow in practice.
And Justin, Friday night now looms as a big game. You probably dropped one today and you had one almost. So it makes it even more important on Friday to not slip up on your home floor against a team that's obviously struggling a little bit.
I think I've said it a few times now, we're still in that growth point as a group as to, we're just looking at us and what are the controllables that we can be better at and go from there. Cairns are going to come in hungry, and so will we. We need to clap back and continue to take steps forward in how we're playing. So, again, a few shots drop in that last quarter. I think we feel totally different about this one, so we won't let it take us off course of the growth that we've had.
You just touched on having lost Bear now for the season, and you lost Sam Mack at the start of the season as well. They're 2 of your leaders, they're 2 championship winners, and guys that you're really banking on. It's a tough blow to lose such experienced players for seasons.
Yeah, we dealt with all our adversity at the front, and now we're coming through the other end. And 3 surgeries in a season's never great for a team, but the resilience of the group and how they've stayed together, and culture could have had a challenge in that, and we've actually grown even better in it. So to Case's point at the start, like, this group's really together and understanding how they need to be for each other, and that again at the midway point of the season is all I can ask.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, boys.
Too easy. Thank you. See you guys. Cheers.